What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? This is your boy Acito Bands, and we are back with a new show, and it's called Build and Drive with Ace. I am here. We got a story time for y'all. We're gonna tell y'all what happened to inside the truck. You feel me? But today we are doing a part 2 to why our drivers, dispatchers, everyone, brokers leaving the industry. Okay, let's get straight to it. All right, the most dangerous thing about the trucking industry today isn't the long hours or the treacherous weather conditions. It's not even the stress of navigating heavy traffic with tons of freight behind you. No. The most dangerous thing in trucking right now is the crippling economic pressure squeezing the life out of small carriers and owner operators. From skyrocketing insurance costs to brokers slashing rates and mechanics charging outrageous fees, the financial burden is pushing many to the brink. And it's not just truckers who are feeling the pinch. Dispatchers and brokers are also struggling to stay afloat. Let's dig into the hard numbers and the harsh realities of why truckers are leaving and dispatchers and brokers are leaving the industry. What's going on? We're going to get into it. We're gonna break this all down. And I'm going to give y'all story time, okay? Tell y'all what happened with Inside the Truck, the channel. So first, let's look at the data. Did you know that insurance premiums for truckers have surged by more than 50% over the past decade for an industry already operating on razor-thin margins? This kind of increase is devastating. In 2024, the average insurance cost for a single truck can range from $10,000 to $20,000 per year. Costs that many small operators simply can't absorb, okay? And it's crazy because these insurance companies don't give a damn. All they care about is their bottom line. You feel me? That premium. You understand? And that's not all. Gas prices have spiked by over 20% in the last year alone, making fuel one of the largest expenses for truckers. With diesel prices hovering around $4 to $5 per gallon, filling up a truck can easily cost over $1,000 a week, a month, however your numbers might play out. For small carriers and owner operators, these costs are unsustainable. Do you understand me? And I know how it is. If you're driving into New York, you're coming out of Atlanta, driving into New York, you're not only dealing with that, you got to deal with the toll prices. You're driving into Jersey, you're dealing with tolls nonstop. Then there's a cost of maintenance. Mechanics are charging more than ever, with some routine services costing doubling what they did just a few years ago. Whether it's parts or labor, the prices have skyrocketed. For small carriers or owner operators, a single unexpected repair can wipe out a week's profit. This isn't just about high costs. It's about the difference between staying on the road and going out of business. I got a homegirl out in California who got a trucking company. And I remember her issues going through this. I used to tell her, man, we got to cold call. You got to get up every day, cold call, and figure out these prices and negotiate these prices beforehand. You feel me? But perhaps the most shocking statistic of all is this. Despite these rising costs, many brokers are slashing the rates they pay to carriers. In some cases, truckers are making less per mile today than they did 10 years ago, even as their expenses have ballooned. This has led to an industry-wide crisis where small businesses are being forced to cut costs wherever they can, often at expenses of their own safety and well-being. So, given the statistics, we can make some critical assumptions about the state of the trucking industry. First, it's clear that the financial strain on truckers is reaching a breaking point. When insurance, fuel, and maintenance costs are this high, and income from loads is stagnant or even declining, it's no wonder that many small owner operators are shutting down. And again, these are not just for owner operators. Brokers are shutting down. I got brokerage companies that had to shut down. I know dispatching services that had to shut down because, like I said previously, some carriers are going to have to cut costs. You feel me? And some of those costs might be your dispatcher. Okay. So second, the pressure to cut costs is leading to some tough decisions. Small carriers are letting go are letting go of dispatchers or avoiding necessary repairs because they simply can't afford them. Mechanics in particular are charging top dollar, and some truckers are even delaying essential maintenance just to keep their trucks running. This has dangerous implications for the safety on the road. Please, if you can, make sure you hit your mechanics up and check on your truck. We gotta follow compliance. We gotta be safe out here in these streets. You feel me? So please make sure you're checking up your car. Or on your truck, I'm sorry. Check up on your truck. Lastly, this economic squeeze is just not hurting the truckers. Dispatchers are losing clients as more small carriers go out of business. And brokers are finding it harder to move freight as fewer trucks are available. The entire logistic chain is under stress, and without an intervention, we could see a collapse that disrupts the flow of goods across the country. I've been telling people about this. I've been talking about how the industry is going to recycle, it's going to turn over, it's going to correct itself. And a lot of that happens by pushing out some carriers and some dispatchers, some brokers, okay? So here's a bold statement for you, okay? If the current economic pressures on the trucking industry continued unchecked, we could witness the extinction of the independent trucker. Imagine a world where only large corporate fleets control the roads, squeezing out small operators who have been the backbone of this industry for decades. This consolidation would not only drive up costs for consumers, but also reduce competition and innovation in the trucking industry. And this is one of them things we cannot have. As much as the industry is going to correct itself, it's going to do all these things, it's up to us who have invested in this industry by getting a truck or a service or whatever, a brokerage. It's up to us to fight and keep maintaining. Even if you can't, I understand. But you have to fight and keep maintaining if this is what you love to do. The loss of small carriers and owner operators would be a blow to our economy, our communities, and our way of life. These are the men and women who take on the toughest routes, who know their customers by name, who keep our supply chain flexible and resilient. If they disappear, we all pay the price. You understand me? Let's act like what happened in Baltimore didn't just happen in Baltimore. People lost their lives. Truck drivers were on that bridge that lost their lives, moving freight from state to state because goods have to get moved, okay? So now it's time to hear from you. The trucking industry is at a crossroads, and your insights are crucial. So here are 10 questions I want y'all to answer for me. And please subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Do you like what we doing? You feel me? And we can go from there. Give me some topics we're going to talk about, and I'm going to spew. You understand me? So question number 1, how do you think rising insurance costs are impacting the trucking industry? All right. Question number 2, what do you believe is the most significant economic challenge facing truckers today? Question number 3, how have fuel prices affected your business or the businesses of truckers that you know? Okay. Question number 4, do you think brokers are doing enough to support small carriers and owner operators? Question number 5, what steps can be taken to reduce maintenance costs for truckers? Question number 6, how would a decrease in the number of independent truckers impact the economy? Question number 7, what role do you think government regulation should play in addressing these challenges? Question number 8, have rising costs affected your ability to find reliable dispatchers or brokers? Okay. Question number 9, what would happen to the industry if small carriers and owner operators were driven out? Last question. Question number 10, how can the trucking industry adapt to these economic pressures while maintaining safety and quality? Okay. So please put your answers, how you feel, in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. This is your boy, though. We're gonna wrap this up, all right? And I'm not gonna forget about story time. Story time is coming. If you really want to get into the story time, you gotta log into my Patreon. Not log in, but sign up to the Patreon so you get a story time of what happened to Inside the Truck. Okay, that's all for today's episode of Build and Drive with Ace. You feel me? This is not Inside the Truck no more. We are going to keep uploading Inside the Truck videos in that playlist that is on the channel. So please stay tuned and check that out. You feel me? Until next time, you be cool like how you Be cool. Water.